Hey, how we doing? Thank you so much for the raid and for the new follows. I know that you're here for Rakan. You're not here to listen to me waffle on, so we are going to get started as soon as possible. Just kind of let you know what we're going to do. We are going to be playing a little bit different to normal. Normally, what we would do is I would set some stuff up in advance. We'd sit by a fire and we'd talk. Hey, welcome in, Daddy. Hey, Wongi. And what we're going to do tonight is something a little bit different than usual. What we're going to do is we're going to start from absolute scratch because as long as I've been watching Rakan, he's a storyteller. He tells stories. And so what we're going to be watching is, or what we're going to see is us surviving and answering questions at the same time. So we'll see how we get on. There might be some murdering. I don't think so. Hopefully not. And hopefully we'll survive long enough to get through all the questions. So I'm not super responsive to chat during this. I will do my best if people have additional questions, but we will try and stick to the schedule as much as we can. Sound alerts turned off, mainly for the respect of Rakan. The only thing that sticks around, I think, is the follows and things. Maybe even not. I don't even know. Right, so we're going to get Rakan on because, again, he didn't listen for me to listen to me waffle. So let's just see. Rakan, can you hear me?
Gunnar,
Hello.
how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. We just had 3 minutes of dirty deeds, which was very exciting.
Okay.
We're going to dive on now. Are you, unless you're already in?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna hit the button now.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right.
This is where we both try and log on, and as it says there's a problem.
Yeah. Right. Are we live? Are you live? Is everybody
Yeah,
are people listening?
we are indeed live.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Is this microphone working? What am I supposed to do with my hands? What am I doing with my hands? I don't know what to do.
You can do whatever you like with your hands.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's going to be one of those types of days. Daisy's now just doing the Daisy thing, thinking about it a little bit.
Right. Right.
Oh, it says I'm going in. So yeah, this is a pretty cold, brutal server. So it's not one of those types of servers you can hang around on and just relax a little bit. And I guess given that you a lot of your content is based around the DayZ struggle, I thought it sat quite well.
Yeah. We're gonna struggle a little bit here. You said that it's very cold. Yes.
It's cold from the off, yeah, but you don't get sick straight away, which is quite good. There is a little bit of leeway when it comes to it. It's still
Solnichny, yes.
Yes. Oh, you've got to that stage already. Cool.
Solnichny.
Oh, I'm in the sea. Brilliant.
Nice.
Obviously, I didn't die last time I was here. Okay, this is awkward. I think I can see you on the dock.
Yes, I'm on the dock. Gunnar, do you need a lifeboat? Oh, there you are.
Maybe I should give some context why I'm out at sea.
Shit. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
So last time we did this with Noddy, someone actually came and started to try and talk to us at the very end of the interview. So we decided just to take all our clothes off and just walk into the sea. Hoping we'd die, and obviously we didn't.
You definitely lived, but now you're probably going to die. Most definitely for sure.
It won't be a great start, I'm not going to lie. The struggle is going to be very real now.
At least we're together, Gunnar, to struggle and in an attempt to survive this zombie apocalypse. And you're completely naked. What the fuck? Here, do you want a shirt?
No, it's okay. Let's just go.
Okay.
Okie doke.
I don't think that's wise. There's nothing in there.
Okay, cool. Right, well, let's get started then, should we?
Yeah.
Right, well, we'll get across the road first. So, yeah, we've made a brilliant start then. And that is all down to me, as ever. So obviously we know that your name is Rakan. Did you ever consider choosing a different name? And I've already lost you. Have you got in this house yet?
Yeah, I went into this house.
And what was the story
Yes.
behind the name?
Actually, no, I've never. It's always been Rakan. Other games, really, all of the kind of usernames that I've ever had was Rakan, some iteration of it.
Uh-huh.
Um, where did it come from?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to try and stay with you here, by the way.
My real name in the IRL, in its native language, is the same meaning as the name Rakan, which was given to me as a nickname when I was in high school.
I've got some pants. Yep.
In the Middle East. So I went to school in the Middle East.
Okay.
And my friends gave me a nickname, and it was Rakan, and it so happened to be coincidentally the same name, the same meaning as my real name in real life.
Oh, wow. Got a zombie problem out here.
Good. Need help?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, nice uppercut.
I do have pants, which is a good start. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Like, we'll.
Yeah.
This is a very scattergun style of interview. I am not nowhere near as polished as some of the better interviewers out there. What have you got here?
Here, take this. Take that. Put that on your back.
Nice.
Nice and warm.
Yeah.
Your toes look weird though. Are your toes bleeding? What,
I am
are you
good.
bleeding?
I am bleeding. Yeah. I need some
Oh,
shoes.
shit. What the hell is going on around here?
I need some shoes.
Yeah, you need some
Okay.
shoes.
Other than bandaging my feet and stopping me from bleeding to death, do you have any other skills, hobbies, interests that you'd have outside of DayZ and?
Well, I love art.
Okay.
I originally went to school to be an artist. That was my dream when I was young. Life got in the way, so I wasn't able to fulfill that. But DayZ has kind of given me an outlet to be able to practice some sort of art.
Okay.
With making videos and storytelling. So thank you, DayZ.
Well, this is the reason why I think we chose this this format rather than just sat round a campfire, which is the normal format for these interviews. Because, like I said, you are very much a storyteller. Oh, hang on, I've got another jacket and a mustache. I think I'll be fine. Is it a mustache?
Slap it on your face.
Oh no, I've got a patch. I don't even know what that means. Okay. My feet are bleeding again, just to let you know.
Ah, shit. Here, do
you have a knife?
No, I do not have a knife.
Okay.
I wish I did.
It's okay. I've got plenty of blood for now.
Do you need bandages? Here.
I have no bandages.
I have 2 sets. You can have that set.
Oh, absolutely. Oh! Don't mind, mate. Yeah, you beat him up. Oh, nice. Kick his ass.
Yeah. Fuck you,
okay.
Frozen zombie.
Yeah, so that's cool. So, how do people react to like the term content creator? Like family members and friends?
Like my dad thought it was really cool, like what I was doing. He's like, "This is pretty awesome." He's like, "You're creating this shit?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "This is really good." So you know, my family's really cool. I recently came out to all my friends, which is weird, and told them, I was like, "Hey, check out all this stuff that I've been making." And you know, yeah, they've been, you know, like, "Oh, that's cool," you know.
I'm just gonna go in this house here.
Yeah.
So they were like pretty cool with it then.
Yeah, because my friends don't really play video games anymore. You know, all my friends at this age that I'm in, that's not what their life's about to them. They don't have anything. They don't have an outlet like that. They just don't choose to. I guess they're mostly like gym rats, really.
Oh, hang on, I'll give you this jacket. It's better. There you go.
Oh, thanks.
That makes sense. Have you ever had any negativity posted towards you? We'll take it anyway, because I might need rags for my feet at some point.
Yep.
Any negativity in terms of being a content creator?
No, I wouldn't say so.
That's cool. That's good then. Because
Yeah.
obviously it can go one of two ways here. People can be really supportive, or they can be like a bit of a blocker. Oh, wrench.
No, I've had no one actually tell me like, what the hell you're doing, this is a waste of time. Nothing like that. My family, my kids, my wife, they're all really supportive.
That's amazing.
And actually on some of my videos, my wife has actually been in them. She's been voiced over some character.
No way. Nice one.
Yeah. In one of those commercial ads that I did.
Oh,
she was
right.
the,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember featuring one of those.
Yeah. And in the library as well, she was Lena. She was the disgruntled employee.
Oh. Okay, so does your wife do content creation as well, or is it just to support you?
No, just to support me. I got
Okay.
a knife, buddy.
Oh, here we go. Time for some rag shoes.
That's right. Yeah, just to support me, and I think it's it's fun. I was like, hey, if I'm gonna do this, spend some time doing this, spend some time with me doing it. You know what I mean?
That's cool. In terms of then when you're creating content, building up stories and things like that, do you have a favorite food to snack on? Does that change depending what type of stuff you're doing, or are you not one of the people that sits and eats at the desk?
No, I don't snack really. It's either before or after. Like right now, I have like 2 Nestle Crunch bars sitting at my sitting on my desk, and they'll sit there until I'm done, and I may have one.
Yep.
But it'll be time for dinner, so I'll just go and have dinner.
Ah, nice one. Oh, got some zombie action.
Got it. Don't do anything. I don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up any toes.
Sling bag and a hat. Oh, we got food in this.
Do it.
I won't have it now.
Okay.
Like I said,
Good.
this is well, we're gonna need a fire at some point. Like I said, it's pretty scattergun, so I'll try and keep it as coherent as possible. But do you have any pets? Are you an animal lover? Or
Yeah.
did you
Yeah,
had
yeah,
animal?
I have a cat and I have a dog. My cat's name is Jaja.
Nice.
And my dog's name is Sir Hanklin Barnaby.
Is that because they're a pedigree, or is that just how you name them?
Because he's a cool ass dog, and that's
Nice.
what we named him.
Cool.
Let's see. I'm gonna make some gloves here. Yeah, he actually found us. He is some sort of Irish setter mix, and we were outside barbecuing one day, having a little cookout, and he came by and hung out, and then he left, and he came back a little bit later, and he brought a dead squirrel. So
Nice.
he pretty much adopted us.
Oh, that's lovely. How old is he?
I don't know, 15.
Wow.
He's
That's
old.
a good
now.
age. That is a cool name. The reason why I asked about pedigree was when I was growing up, I had some Westies, and they were meant to be pedigree dogs, and they gave us this long document about all the sires and the names of their parents and grandparents, and they all had these really long names of like
Right.
sirs and lords, and it was a whole big thing. Okay, so in terms of you as a traveler, you do a lot of content, you travel around the map a lot. How about you as a person? Like, do you have any favorite destinations? Where's your happy place?
I have traveled most of my life. My father was in the military, so I was able to kind of see the world. Like I said, I went to high school in the Middle East, so that
Yep.
was a
Ooch.
thing. But as in, I love the mountains. And
Yep.
actually, tomorrow morning I'm going camping. Spend some time in the woods. There is a hurricane looming,
Oh,
so hopefully. by the time I get home Monday morning or Monday afternoon, that it's not here where I am at. So,
So what does camping look like for you then? Tents, glamping? Is it the full on experience?
I don't sleep on the ground. We're going to be in tents, but there is going to be an air mattress because I'm too old to be to be laying on the ground. It's not going to happen. I won't be able to move for like days.
I can get behind that. These houses are fairly empty. I told you it was tough. So, in terms of, are you a sports fan? So, do you have any teams that you follow? Are you a sports fan yourself?
I'm a huge. When I was young, I wrestled.
Yeah.
So I did that. I thought I was fairly good at it. You gonna cut that up?
Yeah.
But then we moved overseas, and then I had dreams and aspirations as a child or as a young adult, teenager, going to like the Olympics and doing that thing, going to college and being a wrestler and all that. But we moved overseas, and in the Middle East, they didn't have a wrestling team, especially in the country that I lived in. They didn't have that at the school, so I gave that up and started really focusing on like art and whatnot. So that was like kind of my thing. Sports teams wise, I'm a huge fan of the University of Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. So yeah,
football,
college football, college football, college basketball, anything for the University of Alabama, I am a fan of.
I'm pretty sure I've watched them on. It'll have been TNT Sport.
They're only the greatest college football program of all time. So it's not biased by any means.
But no, it doesn't sound it at all.
It's facts. Straight facts.
It's straight facts. Okay, cool. I won't do any fact checking.
I mean, let's see, what, 18 national titles? I mean, I don't know if that says anything. But,
Well, it says quite a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. The next closest team, I think, has like 10.
Oh, okay.
I want to say. So, yeah.
We may want to get ourselves a little drink.
Yeah, we need something to drink. Wet the whistle.
Oh, yeah. So some of these questions, you may win and you may lose some. The well seems to be broken. That's amazing.
I get a sip, just a little taste, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all you get.
It's frozen over.
Yep.
It's frozen over. This is a frozen. It fits. So
what
should
a
we
Swiss.
breathe really hard on it? You want to breathe like on it to make sure maybe defrost it, or
I'll watch you.
See this spout right there? You see where it's all sticking out? Maybe put your mouth like around it, and then it's like breathe heavily.
You want to wrap your lips around that pipe? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, I'm just saying that might thaw it out.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll do that next.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Some of these questions, you might win
suggestion.
some. You might win some new fans, and you may actually drive people away. So, with that, what is your favorite color and why? And does it have a meaning?
Favorite color, meaning? No, I like black, gray, blue.
Oh God, there's a. Oh, I've dropped myself in here.
Do you guys want to be alone?
Not with him, I'm not. Yeah, sorry, I rudely interrupted your answer then.
Oh shit. No, I like dark colors. It's just my personality. I guess it's my holding on to the angsty rock and roll teenager, the emo kid.
Oop.
Of wearing black all the time. I don't really wear bright colors often.
Okay.
Or pastels. Or white. This is not my thing.
It's not your thing. So,
Jeans and a black t-shirt would fit me.
Classic look though.
Yeah.
We've got some chelating tablets, so if we can find a bottle, then we are golden. Oh, my shoes.
Gunnar.
Yo.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red. Which would anger a couple of people, but what can you do?
Color.
I'm going to go in here and make some more shoes.
Yeah. There you go, some rags for you.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to make some more rags. I might have to make a couple of pairs. Okay, so next question is about dreams. So, can you remember your last dream? And also, have you ever had a DayZ related dream?
My dreams are always pretty vivid. They've kind of always been.
Okay.
Now, can I remember the last dream that I woke up in the morning? Um, no, not really. Like I hate taking naps.
Uh huh.
I love taking naps. But a lot of times, if I nap during the day, I'll have some sort of horrific type of like nightmare type situation. And it's like pretty disturbing. So, it's kind of like a joke. You know, my wife's like, "Don't. What are you doing? You can't take a nap. You're gonna. I'm trying to save you from a nightmare." Because it's like the last, like I don't know, 3 or 4 times I've like taken a nap in the afternoon. I wake up and I'm just like, "Holy shit!" Like I was being choked or something. You know.
Do you think now
So-
that it's now psychological that you know you can't take a nap because, and now, oh, I'm sick. That's a good start.
Yep.
Um,
Possibility. Because like, you know, when I'm dreaming and I'm having these dreams, like I know that I'm like, I like have dreams within a dream.
yeah.
And I'll wake myself up from that dream once it starts getting sideways.
Okay.
Like, hey, you're dreaming, wake up. It's getting crazy. And then I wake up.
We are going to run out of houses shortly. We've got these 2, and then those ones over there, and then that's us.
Well, we need some shoes. All right, there's going to be a pair of shoes here. Nope.
There got to be some. Ooh, we've got some shells. What the hell was that?
I know, I heard something.
We got a steak knife. Not a lot. Even if I die, I can come back to Solnit shit. It's not a problem.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, cool. I'm sick. So obviously we know we had your intro music was "Dirty Deeds" by AC/DC. What music are you into? What concerts do you really like going to? And what song gets Rakan onto the dance floor?
I'm actually going to a concert here, which I'm pretty excited about. I've like seen this band probably for the last like 2. Well, I've seen them 3 times. But we're gonna go see them here in about a month, I believe, November 1st. And the band's called My Morning Jacket, and they are my favorite. Other than bands like Pearl Jam and stuff like that, but that are still around. But what I listen to the most is My Morning Jacket.
What type of music is do they play?
It's like a psychedelic type of jam band, psychedelic rock and roll, feel good. I mean,
Oh,
they
cool.
pretty much do. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like it's a bunch of different styles. But Prof is another one. That's hip hop.
Yep.
Love Prof. It's fantastic.
Oop.
So smart. What else? What else do I listen to? Those are really the 2 big ones that I listen to the most of anything. These days.
Okay, so what did you listen to when you were growing up then? What was on your playlist then?
So when I was in high school, it was 97. So I was in high school from like 93, 94 to 97. So that's like the grunge era, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, that type of thing. Maybe a little bit of Oasis if I wanted to feel a little sad.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember listening to a lot of like when we drive around, like listening to a lot of Jamiroquai and like Sade, and which is weird for some dudes to listen to in a car in high school, in the Middle East. But we did, especially Sade.
Whereabouts are you at?
Familiar with that, Gunner? I don't know. Where'd you run off to?
I'm
I'm in the street next to a
okay.
bridge.
Oh, have you gone down? Okay, you need to come back. I see you. To your right. So, yeah, Jamiroquai, weirdly enough, I've listened to since I was really young. I've seen Jamiroquai in concert probably about 5 times.
Oh, nice. 5 times?
and seen them out in Europe. I was once at one of their concerts in Spain. I was on the front row, and they, I don't know how, but they recognised me as English. I obviously looked like I stood out a little bit from the rest of the Spanish people. And
A little bit.
they started having a conversation with me during the gig itself,
What?
which was
Okay.
really cool. He was moaning about not being able to get a full English breakfast.
Yeah, I love
And then,
Jamiroquai.
and then he
Fucking
threw a
fun.
speaker off stage. I'm actually going to see them again in December.
Nice. That's
Okay,
exciting.
we are lacking in any sort of stuff, so I reckon we should make a fire and go in this house.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some
I
stuff.
have a Pepsi as well, so we can.
Yep.
They both can have a drink and a little bit of calories. Me and my wife went to go see Paul McCartney. I don't know,
Wow.
10 years ago. 10
Yeah.
years ago, I guess. It was a kind of like a spur of the moment thing. This lady was selling tickets. She had tickets, but she broke her foot or something the day before, so she couldn't go. So I was able to get some tickets really cheap from her, and so we went, and it was in this big arena, and our seats were like nosebleeds, and we weren't having it. We
Nope.
sat up there, and it was like we were like dizzy. It was packed, so we was like, okay. What we did is we hopped around from every little causeway to causeway, hanging out there, getting being able to see the Paul McCartney and sing and everything, and it was a fantastic show. They I think I dropped some bark. Did you take
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna do it now. Yeah.
And then we hang out in like these little causeway areas. We get a good view. We're not in a seat, and then until the security came and told us to move, then we run around to a different area and we do the same thing. And we just pretty much we're like teenage kids running around an arena listening to Paul McCartney, having a time of our life.
Nice. So I don't know whether you purposely try to avoid this question, but what song gets you on the dance floor?
What song gets me on the dance floor?
Yeah, yeah.
Oof. Oof. Really? Lately, I don't know if there's a particular song that gets me on the dance floor, but recently, like, listening to prof songs makes me do a little shake. But it's just the beats, man. It's just whatever. I love music, so I'm not much of a. I wouldn't consider myself much of a dancer. My wife may disagree, but I just think it's not a thing that I'm not like, hey, let's go out dancing tonight. Unless it's like a really cool like Spanish place, a salsa bar, because I really like to do those kinds. I like to dance like that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm just gonna give you a tetra
Yeah,
as a treat.
do it. Are you sure? I didn't see the package. I didn't know what you gave me.
A little bit. Well, you'd have to just trust me.
Okay.
So kind of moving on from that, then I've just been told that Rakan has the moves, so we'll have to go with that. So obviously, if you
what's
say you're not a
that
dancer,
bowling
if we're having a night out then and it's karaoke, what's your karaoke song?
There was a song that I used to sing a lot. There's so many songs. Journey, of course. Don't Stop Believing. That's a jam. Elton John and Kiki G. They did a song, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart," as a duet.
Okay.
I love doing that one. That's a fun one. Um, I mean, there's all the classics. I haven't been karaoke in forever, but I do enjoy karaoke. I do it. I do. But yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Stop Believing is a really good one. Also Bon Jovi. What's that Bon Jovi song?
Living on a Prayer?
Yeah, Living on a Prayer, of course.
Wow, you've got to commit if you're going for Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, you do.
You
There's
really
some
got to
parts in there
commit.
that you got to do it right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, in terms of you as a person in life, what do you think? What is your biggest peeve? What is your biggest pet peeve? And then, what personal quality do you look for most in a friend?
I mean, people would. I'm big on manners.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm big and being kind. So it's like, it's kind of what I teach my kids. I'm like, hey, use your manners, be kind, doing that kind of thing. So I guess that's probably like one of my biggest pet peeves. Like if I go to a store and I'm like, I always ask how someone is doing. I'm like, hey, how are you? And if they don't respond back, I typically ask them again, looking for an answer. Because we're all human beings, right? We all need to recognize each other as being human beings, and if somebody asks you a question like that, respond back. You know, say say I'm doing well, or whatever. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you could tell me
No, I
why
get you.
can't I
I get
why
you.
can't I warm? Oh, I'm trying to warm up. Trying to put that Coke, that Pepsi in the fire. It wouldn't let me.
Ah,
Um, yeah. So basic human, interaction. I think is important. And so that's kind of what I find in a friend as well. Is like, let's be good to each other. And if I find somebody that's even though my friends are really kind of like I wouldn't say mean to me, I'm typically the butt of the joke. They like to pick on me a lot.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's brutal. But it's okay, cool. No, that's really good. So kind of jumping on from that. If you had a motto for life, what would it be?
If I had a motto for life, what would it be? Motto. Hakuna Matata.
Nice. Do you want to just leave it at that, or do you want to explain a little bit more why?
No, I mean, you can't. It's like don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can just control what you can control. And if the things that are out of your control, you just can't. Don't let it stress you out. And no worries, right?
Yeah, cool. All right, this is where you now might start making some friends, or potentially not. What is your favorite film or TV series?
Favorite film or TV series? Forrest Gump, my favorite film. I think it has everything. It has comedy. It has a love story. It has sadness in it. It has war. It has sports. It has a coming of age story to it. It has pretty much everything all in one story.
So we're saying that Forrest Gump is the complete movie then?
I think so.
Cool.
But that's a very big question. It's very hard to answer that.
It is.
'Cause there's so many movies that are amazing. But Forrest Gump would be there for me.
In terms then, what are you watching right now? In terms of like TV series, is there anything that you would recommend that people go and watch?
There's a lot of shows out there. I like all the Walking Dead stuff. The newer ones, they're not as good as the original. The original shows were brutal. I mean, it's really intense. Game of Thrones, of course, is fantastic.
Did you watch any of the spin-offs post Walking Dead?
Yeah. I've watched most of them.
I haven't watched
The
the
Daryl
Sean.
Dixon is the best one.
Yeah. I thought that
That's the
petered
best
off a
one.
little bit towards the end.
Yeah, it
In season 2, but yeah, I did.
Season 3 I'm watching now. Season 3 I'm watching now. The first couple episodes are really good. Episode 3 is a little slower. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but those are my opinions. What else? Dexter's fantastic. What do we got here? Pepsi's warm. Do you want to drink this Pepsi? Have a little sip of it.
I'll have a little sipperoo.
What else? Guilty pleasures. Oh no, sorry. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
on, give
all
me a
the way
guilty.
back.
Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna go back. The best show of all time, my personal favorite, is gonna be Supernatural.
Okay.
Supernatural, fantastic show. Low budget show. Bad acting, bad writing, bad production, but it was so good. For all of that to be just such a good show, they didn't take themselves super seriously. You know what I mean? And
I
I
like
think
it.
that's the cool part of it. Have some of that.
Oh, sweet. Cheers, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you. I didn't even put this question down, but is that also your guilty pleasure then?
Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. I love Survivor. I like to watch Survivor. Fantastic show. I love American Idol. I watch those religiously. Those two shows, those reality shows. I would kind of make fun of people for watching reality shows, especially if it's anything other than those two shows.
Yeah.
Like if you said you like to watch Big Brother, I'd be like, lame. That's such a stupid show. Or what is it? Housewives of Atlanta. I'd be like, that's stupid. You're so lame. But I love American Idol and Survivor.
Now we know.
But guilty. Buffy, the Vampire Slayer TV show is a guilty pleasure. I liked watching that show.
Is Buffy
as
not
well
making
as
somewhat of a resurgence? Like,
I don't know.
I've heard a lot of people talking about Buffy recently.
Another one was the one with the witches, the three sisters. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I think of, does it have a talking
No, you
cat?
don't probably. You probably don't know what I'm talking about because you're quite a bit younger than me.
I'm trying to
And
think
this
of
was
what. Charmed, I've been told.
Charmed. Yep.
Yeah,
Charmed. Love
that was-
that show.
plucked out of the chat by Safi. Well done. Okay.
I haven't looked in chat yet. Let me see who's here. Got Diesel. Okay, what's up, brother? Ooh,
Yeah,
Diesel.
yeah,
versus
Diesel
Gunner.
shot me in the face once.
Jess, hey.
It was all very
Safi,
friendly.
what's going on? Holy Bald, what's up, brother? What's up, everybody?
I
Mr.
don't think
Meek?
it's been. I think we have lots of really popular people when we start doing these interviews, but I think a lot of people have really looked forward to listening to you talk. Our next question. This always divides opinion a little bit. So, living or dead, who would you invite to your fantasy dinner party? And when I say fantasy, you can take that however you like, and you can have 3 people.
3 people. I can't bring it. I can't have a plus one.
No, well, you've got +3. So,
Yeah, but I want to like. What if I want to have an extra one?
well, then have 4. Then treat yourself.
Okay. Leonardo da Vinci is one of them. Genius, so super creative. I want to get inside of his brain because the fact that the things that he was able to come up with, how did he get it, right? Like the story behind it is, I think it's, I don't know who came up with the story, if he wrote it down or if he told people, but that when he was like a teenager, he went into a cave and he like had like some kind of like brain spark and he like passed out and he woke up and he just knew shit. Isn't
What?
that nuts? Yeah.
Yeah, that is, yes.
Okay.
I go
That's
to
one.
sleep and I forget shit. I work in the opposite
Right.
direction.
Right. I mean, the amount of things that he has that he has created is just pretty wild. What else? Bob Marley.
Okay.
I'm just a big fan of. Me and him share a birthday, by the way. But I'm a big fan of reggae music. Been to Jamaica, love the country, love the people. I think there's something that's very beautiful in third world countries, in poverty-stricken countries, that is gives people a lot of hope and a lot of happiness with what they have, and I think that is something that's lost in our first world countries that we live in.
Yeah, I can certainly understand where you're coming out from that.
Is
So
there something wrong with this Pepsi that I left? I left you a little bit of this Pepsi, and you decided you didn't want to drink it.
No, I'd already had half.
I mean, yeah, I know, but I drank half of that half, and I gave you the other half of that half, so you can drink half of that half, so I would have a little sip left at the end.
Okay. Well, let me have a go then.
There you go. There you go.
Right then. I've even
Don't
left
drink.
you some of my zucchini to have a little nibble on.
Don't drink all that Pepsi.
There you go.
All right, thanks.
Right, so we've
Did
got
you
Da
sip,
Vinci. What?
Did you get a sip though?
I had a little sipperoo, yeah.
Okay.
So we've got Bob Marley,
Vinci.
we've got Da Vinci. Who else are we having?
I'm a huge fan of history. I think that it's if we don't know our history, we will suffer it again, right? Or something like that. Somebody said something along those lines. And for some reason, I've always been like, I like spirituality. I like the idea of. That's kind of why I chose Bob Marley as well. I don't want to say the obvious answer of like a Jesus or Buddha or anything like that. Gandhi is very interesting, but there's this guy, Saint Thomas Aquinas. I think that's what
Yep.
his name is.
Mhm.
Is he the one that wrote he wrote this book? It's the Confessions. I think that's him.
Yep.
Very, 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 very interesting read. This guy's life and what he went through and what he did, and a lot of the suffering that he went through, but able to be a very positive an influential person and not be as pious as all of the other people, religious people of that time. Great story. So yeah, him.
Cool. So that's 3. Do you want to bring one more?
Yeah, my old lady. Can I bring my wife?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's a good time.
Otherwise, you might be in trouble. Okay. So young Rakan, what was his favorite subject at school then?
Art, history and art. Those are my 2 favorites. Everything else, I was bored and I really didn't care about. I skipped a lot of school. Here's a fun fact: in the 3rd grade, I skipped school for a week straight. My mom, it was like at 3:15 in the afternoon, right? And we lived out kind of in the country, and I rode the bus to school. She called the house, and I answered the phone, and I got out of school like at 3 o'clock, right? And she's like, "Ryan, how was school?" I was like, "Oh, it was great." And she's like, "Well, how'd you get home so fast?" And I was like,
Oops.
The bus, yeah, the bus, it just drove really fast." She's like, "No, it didn't. The school called, and you hadn't been in school all week long." So, yeah, I got busted. So what I did is in the mornings, I went out to the bus stop. She left for work, and as soon as she left for work, I dipped off into the woods. The bus came, honked the horn, didn't get on it, and then I kind of just hung out and played video games all day.
Wow. So when you say the other lessons didn't interest you, was that because you found them not as creative, or they were just taught in a way that just didn't reach out to you?
I mean, from elementary school to middle school to high school, there's a lot of great teachers that stood out. I, I feel like that I just wasn't interested in, or they weren't stimulating me the way I wanted to be stimulated. I guess maybe that's the thing. Is I'm not really into the rigid part of it all, which is really weird because I'm a strict parent. But I didn't want to be, hey, you got to do homework. Didn't like homework. I rarely did homework. I thought that it was just unimportant. All the schooling should be done is at school, I believe. But I don't know. See, because I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at it through a lens of an adult eyes instead of my child eyes. So it's kind of hard. See, my dad was gone a lot because he was in the Marine Corps, right? So he was overseas quite a bit when I was a kid. I mean, he retired from the Marine Corps when I was probably 11 or 12 years old. So, and then he worked for the Department of Defense after that. So that's why he moved over. That's why he moved to Kuwait. But, when I was a kid, we lived in Japan, we lived in the Philippines. Then, of course, we were stateside for a while. Then he retired from military, and then we went over and lived in Kuwait for 4 or 5 years. So I really didn't want to come back to the States, to be honest with you.
Wow. So even at a young age, you're pretty well traveled.
Yeah.
So this is where you might really lose some people. Pineapple.
You're keen on me losing people.
Well, sometimes you gotta take these moments while you can.
Huh?
Does pineapple belong on pizza or not?
There are no rules in pizza.
Oh.
That is my stance on food.
Okay.
I think that creating food, like eating food, you can do anything you want to do with food. There's no rules except for eating humans. Other than that, I think you can create anything you want to create, man. I think food is up to you.
Food is art.
Food. I love cooking. I love cooking so much. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So again, this time I asked this question, and a few people are like, "What what do you mean by this?" Because in the UK, everyone seems to have a different name for this. So what do you call the TV remote in your house?
Remote control.
Okay. And that's it? Because in the UK, obviously, it depends where you go. Some people will call it the doofer, the remote, the do, the buttons. So in your house, it's the remote control.
Yeah, the moat, maybe.
The
Sometimes
moat.
if I'm feeling a little bit like I don't want to say a couple extra vowels or syllables, just hand me the moat.
Saving time.
Yeah, but this is the remote. Yeah.
Okay, so last question in this kind of section. So if you were a candy bar,
Yeah.
which one would you be and why?
Kit Kat. Because it's delicious.
Okay, we know that. Is that it?
That's it.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much
Simple.
straightforward. Simple, straightforward. And we didn't
I
mention.
got a red I got
Finger.
a red chain, by the way.
Oh, me too. What time is it?
Mm.
Ah!
Oh, there you go.
Maybe they were like,
It's-
nope, those two guys are having too much fun.
Yeah, they're doing something shady over there in that house.
Okay, well, we'll maybe take a minute and then we'll continue when we're back in.
Okay.
I'll get back in it, dude. Okay. So it looks like it's a server restart, which is amazing timing. But we'll be back in a minute. So, yes, for those who are joining us at the minute, this is a Streamer Spotlight interview. We do one every month for streamers and content creators. How you doing, reader? So I apologise if I'm a bit slow to chat. It's just I don't want to really be talking over any of Rakan's answer. And that is also why the sound alerts and blurps are all switched off. It just means that they're not playing over the top of what he's talking about. So we're just going to see if we can get back into the server. But we are now going to start talking about some more of his gaming and content creation. So we found out a lot more about him, a lot of stuff that I had no idea about. But yeah, every month we do that. We have a different streamer, a different content creator, and we find out a little bit more about them, promote and get them on. Oh, shit. I'm back in, Rakan.
It says that I'm loading in now.
I'm going to nip outside and get us some sticks because the fire has literally just gone out.
Okay. You want some assistance?
Oh, one stick. That's generous.
Yeah, they're just giving one long stick.
Shit.
I'm gonna stoke the flames.
Ooh. Okay, so I might as well carry on then. So, obviously, the first question that we asked was like, what is your kind of game name? So, what do you go by when you're in game if you meet another player? And what's the weirdest thing you've then ever been called after you've given your name?
I go by Rakan.
Okay.
In game. I never really thought about going by a different name. Raccoon.
Okay.
Was the response back? I'm like, what? Raccoon. A lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around Rakan. I don't know why. It's either Rakin, Rakin. A fellow that I ran with for the longest time in the Xbox days. I don't know. Maybe he purposefully called me the wrong name all the time, but he definitely did not consistently call me Rakan all the time.
You may now end up being called Raccoon. I'd say sorry, but not sorry. So let's go back. What is your background in gaming? So what was it that got you involved? Like, what was the first thing you picked up that made you get involved?
I remember a Christmas when I was probably, I guess, it's major gaming, right? So, of course, when you're little, you play Oregon Trail, and then, I played the Atari and all that business. Yeah, I'm old. But then I remember one Christmas, I think it was like 1985 or 86 or 87. I got a Nintendo NES,
Yep.
and got the Super Mario Brothers, got Excite Bike, and got Metroid. And one of the earliest memories of me and my brother, and our brother's like 8 years older than me, 7 years older than me rather. He would map out Metroid. Back then you didn't have maps, you didn't have the internet for all that business, so you had to remember which way you went and how to get there and what the bosses were and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a big memory of mine. My brother used to be really big in Dungeons and Dragons. So he would like draw out his character and write out like, like all the stats and everything, and have these like massive, amazing drawings of like dwarves with like war hammers and all this kind of stuff. It's pretty intense. But yeah, that was the NES was like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming as an adult, for a long while, I kind of like put down video games for a little bit. until I got until like maybe into my 20s. Oh no, I lied. I've always had something. I've always had like some kind of Sega Genesis, or I played WoW for a long while when I was bartending. It kept me out of trouble, so we would. I still got in trouble, but we would a bunch of us, like it was a bunch of bartenders. We'd sit out, we'd go and play WoW. But instead of us going out to a bar and spending $100 at a bar every night, we would come home and we would play WoW, um, all night long, and then. Um, and then I kind of quit doing that. I kind of quit playing WoW for a long time, and then I guess I got back into gaming with like Skyrim
Hmm.
and The Witcher. Um, I stumbled upon DayZ out of nowhere. It was like for free on Xbox, right?
Yep.
So I was like, all right, let me try this game out. Let me see what it's all about. Never watched a video, never did anything. And I log in and I'm like, what in the world? It's nighttime. Of course, right? First time playing, you log in and it's night. Didn't know what to do, didn't know any buttons because there's no tutorial, and then just died a lot. So I played for a long time, alone, scared, and suffering. Um, I think it was probably about 6 months into playing DayZ until I actually put on a headset.
So
So
you
I was
played
playing the
no
game,
mic.
listening, yeah, no mic, but listening through speakers too. And then I put on a headset and I was like, holy shit, this game is different now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then of course I had a mic, and then I was able to talk to people. And then I didn't know that that part was like so important. And then, and then I was like, wait a second, there are videos. 'Cause now that I guess my phone was listening to me, and then there was videos popping up on my phone, or like tutorials or whatever, just telling me about the game. And I was like, holy shit, this guy Sour is really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then like this other fella named Mahogany popped up. It's like Cam can't run, and he's like teaching you how to play. And I was like, and he's funny. And I was like, this guy is this is. And so I leaned into that. And then I watched a bunch of videos for like the longest time. And then I was like, wait a second. He's streaming live, and I was watching that, and I was like, he's like, oh, I got a Discord. And I was like, what the fuck is a Discord? And then it all went down, rolling downhill. I mean, it just went very fast. And then I was like, and then it led me to other avenues of DayZ. Friendly, a DayZ podcast. I started listening to that, and that was a big eye opener to a lot of different things, a lot of different people, a lot of friends that I have in this game. I have a lot of friends that I play with now out of Cam's community, the Optimistic Army. Yeah, dude, it's one of the best communities out there.
Hmm.
Holy Bald's part of it. Diesel's part of it. Skeezer's part of it. I met Skeezertron through Friendly's community as well. I don't know if you guys don't know who Skeezertron is. Check out his stuff on YouTube. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, but that kind of helped me, and it pushed me and drove me to start making content. Cam was a huge help with that, as well as you, Gunner, because I reached out to Gunner. I was like, hey man, how do I do this? And he's like, all right, well, let me show you how to do some OBS stuff, which is, Gunner, you're the man, bro. Thorzy helped me out a lot. This other Xbox streamer named The Unbound Clown, he streams on YouTube, but he helped me out a little bit with some settings and just like equipment and hardware. Because I was like watching, I was like, you play Xbox, dude? How does it look so good? And he's like, well, settings for this. And I was like, what? So, that's how I stumbled into this, and how this game, and really DayZ in general. A lot of people are like, oh, PC and Xbox, there has to be some sort of like divide, right? Or PC and console rather, there has to be some divide, But really, everybody's so, from my experience, has been really helpful with learning how to create
Yeah.
and learning in game. Now, the first learning how to play Xbox, or learning how to play DayZ period, was very sweaty and very like, I'm just gonna kill you left and right. Funny story. One of the first people I talked to in game was like this 12-year-old little kid. He's a little kid, right? And he's like, hey, mister, can I help you? Can I help you out with anything? And I was like, no. I was like, yeah, I'm hungry, whatever. And he's like, oh, come here. So he's like, I'm gonna take you back to my base. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, I got some stuff for you. And so we're walking along. And he's like, do you need some food? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay, here you go. drops a piece of food on the ground, right? I reach down to pick it up, shot me in the brain. So, and this is like a little kid, right? So it's like, oh, but I trust this little kid. Yeah. So I mean, just it's yeah. People talk about especially Xbox console is very sweaty, and there's not people rather not talk and just want to shoot. But I think when it comes to people who create, they're more apt to be helpful.
Yeah.
PC is the same way.
There is quite a large chance I will die soon. I'm
fun.
red hunger, red health, but we'll persevere. So which obviously I know you as a DayZ player. So which game did you play and then you wish you hadn't? Is the one that stands out? And it could be on PC, it could be Xbox, it could be any format. But is there a game that made you think, oh, what did I do that for?
That's tough. I don't see with games. I'm pretty calculated on what I pick. Like I have people like Miss Jekyll. She is like, hey, why don't you try out this game? Why don't you try out that game? And I'm just like, do it. Because like right now, if I were to add another game, it would have to be something that because my time is so full doing other things. It's like, do I choose another game?
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time, I thought about I'm gonna play Subnautica, right? Because it looks fucking fun and I can do some storytelling with that. But why don't I just play a game that just to have some fun for a little while, just to have a laugh. I've tried Sea of Thieves, and I thought that was really fun just to get away from DayZ and just have fun with some people. But I don't really think there's any games that I've been like, nah, I don't like this game, or why'd I even attempt to play it? I've never really had that experience personally.
Okay. In all fairness, whenever I've asked that question, there's been very few that have pinpointed a single game and gone, nope, get it out.
What about you, Gunnar? I mean, obviously, you probably have one, right?
In all fairness, this is the only game that I own on PC. I'd never PC gamed until a year ago.
Same. Well, other than the Oregon Trail when I was a child.
I think a game that I'd never want to ever play again would probably be Minesweeper. And that's not... that fucking game pisses me off so much. I'm trying to think of like some PlayStation 5 games that probably came free that frustrated me more than anything. I think I still haven't finished the Lego Batman game, and for that reason, I don't like it. I'm sure there's a couple of games on the Wii that really annoyed me. I think Wii Carnival pissed me off just because you could never actually achieve any of the Carnival games. Just didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, you put me on the spot.
Mario Kart frustrates me.
Really?
I love playing Mario Kart, but when my my 10-year-old can beat my ass at Mario Kart, that is frustrating. Or my 8-year-old.
Yeah,
I remember my middle son, when he was 8, he would just destroy us at Mario Kart, and he would just like talk so much shit, and it was like, God damn. Ugh.
I have a 12-year-old who I used to play Fortnite and Rocket League with. I don't play that with him anymore because he makes me look an absolute fool.
Right.
Also, when you were describing the child who offered you food then shot you in the head, that is a Spectre Robin trick. Robin will offer you a pachka and then blow your brains out. He did it 5 times last night on stream, and every single time I'm sat there thinking, I know exactly what is about to happen next.
It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, right? Hey, you pick up something, you're in the middle of the animation.
Yeah.
You're vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
I watched Thorzy get shot in the brain today doing that. I'm like, come on, Thorzy, you know better than that, buddy.
Oh no. But yeah, it's just funny how trusting and what a sense of
Right. False sense of humanity in a zombie apocalypse. Right.
That is exactly
that's the title of our next video.
Well, in all fairness, should be the tagline for DayZ. So, what's the most you've ever paid for a game?
DayZ. I mean, everything that I have for this game, I purchased to play it.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, all the equipment and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, I've bought all the DLCs and the standalones for Xbox and for PC, so it would be this game, hands down.
I think the title of your next video after the one that you just said, I think you just call it Velvet Voice. I think that's going to sit quite nice. So you said that you just stumbled upon DayZ. There must have been a reason why you were here. Like that. What was the last thing that pushed you over the edge to press the purchase button?
What was it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're dark. Baby, turn them lights down. Oh, sorry. Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low.
Oh, baby.
It's the story. You can create your own. I mean, you know, it's the motto of the game, right?
Mhm.
You can do anything. It's just open. You can do it all. So that's why I purchased it. That's because, you know, you want to support an indie game or a small developer, even though they're not necessarily really small. I mean, BI is giant. They make things for governments and all that. But the DayZ team is small. They have a small development team. So it's like supporting a game that's given you so much anger, joy, sadness, disappointment, frustration. I think I said more negative things than I said positive. but
It's a life
yes.
lesson.
Right.
We learn. We play. We learn.
Yeah.
So, again, you kind of covered a lot of games. What do you think is the most underrated game?
DayZ.
You think it's DayZ?
Yeah.
What do you think people misunderstand about DayZ so it doesn't get the recognition it deserves?
So for instance, today, right? I was watching a stream, and this happened a couple, you know, maybe the last 5. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna finish this story instead of going off on a tangent without even getting into it. Somebody's in the chat and they're like, "Kill that person.
Yeah.
Why aren't you killing? I want to see some blood. I want to see some murder." And they're like, "Well, he's our friend." They're like, "Why do you have friends? Is this PvE?" He's like, "No, this is PvP, but I made a friend." You know what I mean? It's like people, they just want to think that there's guns that you just shoot. Well, it's about the interactions, right? I met you in game. We shared our names. We decided that we're not going to kill each other right now, and we want to trust each other to survive, right? Because maybe you don't want to run alone, and you don't, but they just want you to kill.
Yeah.
Kill. I think that's that's a big misunderstanding that people don't have, is maybe it's just a lack of imagination. I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but you know, if you can't survive a zombie apocalypse talking to another survivor and making it, maybe read a book.
No, I get, yeah, it's, I get that, totally get that. I am now flashing red, so it might be worth me taking a stroll outside, to sacrifice myself,
Okay.
and then come back, fresh as a daisy. Because if I die here, the rest of the chat will be had with a dead guy laying next to you.
I can lay down and spoon the dead guy.
Then we'll both be cancelled. Right, I shall return. Hang on.
All right.
I'm gonna get this zombie to kill me. You might need to collect some more sticks.
Yep. Yes, sir. Don't do it, Gunner. I love you.
I love you too. Oh, he's coming for you. I did try. I'm gonna go out with the helmet on. Whilst I'm here, I'll try and be helpful. Oh, I'm not being helpful.
Look in the chat. Rabbit, what's happening, man? Reader, what's going on?
Ooh, firewood.
Iron Python, what's happening? Fryer, what's going on, dude? I don't know if you're still here, but I'm scrolling back. Miss some people. Wraith, what's up? I'm feeling dead air, by the way.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Ned, I
No,
talked to you earlier.
I'm just thinking. I've been asked if I've got no God mode. But funnily enough, no.
No, he's gonna suffer and die.
I'm suffering for the art.
Quantum morph.
I'm still not dead.
I can't punch you, Wongi. What's happening?
No, because
Jam, what's
it'll
going
pop
on?
up on the kill feed or the feed that you
Yeah.
kill me, and then you'd be banned.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Someone once got very angry at me on this server.
All right, let me gather some sticks.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find a zombie to help me disappear. Here we go.
Red health, by the way. Not red health, but red food.
Oh, okay.
But I'll last for a while. That's good.
Yeah. This zombie is beating the crap out of me, but I'm trying my best. There we go. Okay, well, I might ask the next question as I come running back. So, do you have a favourite moment from a recent run? And that can be, like, whilst you're getting content or just a DayZ run?
Favorite moment? I think they're all. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can say I have a favorite.
What stood out recently?
Let me think.
Would it have been, like, potentially you getting overexcited in Deer Isle and getting overrun by stags? I don't know.
That's funny. That's a good one. Yeah. I think the one was probably from the most recent video that I it was a nice beautiful day in Livonia, the wildlands of Livonia. Just kind of minding my own business, thinking that everything was just gonna be fine, and then my base wasn't raided, everything was intact, and I step on a landmine out of nowhere, scared the shit out of me. Like, I literally, like, jumped in my chair and my mouse, like, flew up. You know what I mean? It was like, what the fuck? And then, like, crawling around, like, holy shit. How am I going to get off this roof to get sticks to make a splint? And then, like, let me crawl around and see if there's any sticks in this shelter, in any of these tents. And finally, yeah, there was some sticks there. So I got lucky. Yeah, that's probably the most recent one that I thought that stands out in my head.
Oh, nice. Have you ever been? Have you ever been playing, not been recording, and something's happened, and you thought, "Damn it! I wish I was recording on that."
I've had more instances to where my files or my recording didn't come out right. Something happened.
Okay.
I've had more instances of that. I'm really good at hitting record and making sure that everything's set up, because I record everything. So all these files that I store is ginormous.
Yeah.
My boy Diesel was talking about something that happened. I was like, "Did you hit record, dude?" He's like, "Nope." I was like, "Bro, that would have been a really cool story you could have told." Yeah, I think that I think more people should create. Everybody's like, I don't have a voice for it, or I don't have a. It doesn't matter. It's sharing something that you find interesting, and I think that you can maybe be a little creative and challenge yourself to learn a new skill, and putting yourself out there.
I think that's the worry, isn't it? That is the phrase, just putting yourself out there. I think that's what scares people the most.
Do it.
Because
Cool. Like with me, right? It's like, listen, a lot of people aren't gonna like the stuff that I make, right? Because but I mean, yeah, of course, we all have some sort of ego, right? We want it to be good, we want it to look good, we want it to sound good. But I don't lean on. I kind of lean on what I think I'm on my strengths. I'm not a good PvPer, so you don't see a whole lot of PvP videos. You know what I mean? Running around is like shooting up everybody. I think that there's plenty of that out there, and I don't need to be. I don't need to add to that, get lost in that mix. You know what I mean? Because this is already a very niche game that we're making content for, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's plenty of sours out there. There's plenty of running mans. There's plenty of topes, and there's plenty of minders, and all those guys who can just destroy on PvP.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Who was the person or people then that inspired you to start making content to begin with?
kind of leaned in a little bit on that earlier.
Yeah.
It'd be Cam
Mahogany.
Run.
Okay.
Yep, Mahogany. Cam is just a giant, dude, and he's so nice, and he's so, I mean, he's really huge now. I think when I started watching, they maybe had 10,000, which is a lot of subscribers.
Hmm.
So I'm not knocking 10,000. That's huge.
There's an apple here,
But-
by the way, if you want to take it.
Oh, thank you. But he's at 60,000 now.
Wow.
And it all kind of blew up from just like one video, one of his tutorial videos.
It can
he's
literally
a-
be just that one video, that one
Yeah.
spark. That I'm full on drink and hydrate and food, so you have the apple, dude.
But what if I just want to feed you?
Well, then we'll just have to enjoy the moment.
But yeah, so I was, and I kind of spoke on this as well. Friendly podcast, right?
Yeah.
I've always been really, really, really into the radio. And actually, I forgot one person I was going to have out for dinner, which I forgot to mention, was Art Bell. I don't know if you ever listened to Art Bell or know who that is.
No.
He was a kind of like a radio guy
Mm-hmm.
that talked about like supernatural stuff or conspiracy theories. He was on late night, and it was on Coast to Coast AM radio. And this is when I used to live in Portland, Oregon. I didn't have a TV. We would just listen to music, and we would do art. All my roommates were like artists and such, and we would just listen to radio. And he would just create these crazy stories, and you just listen to him for 3 hours. But like, he disappeared. I don't know, something happened. He died. He moved to the Philippines, and then he thought that he was being chased by the government. I don't really know. He might still be alive somewhere, but I think what's out there is that he's dead. But
Oh.
yeah, that's one guy that would be interesting. So yeah, so with Friendly, it's like, they were kind of like, because of my love for the radio,
Mm-hmm.
and what they did and how they talked about the game and what they did with their podcast, that kind of like, for a while I was planning on, I was like, I want to do a DayZ podcast. There's not really many out there. I was like, let's go ahead and do it. Boydie just quit doing his podcast, which he's back doing it again now, I think.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, so let's try it out. And so I had a couple friends that we were gonna do it. Life got in the way, kind of fell through. But it was kind of like, that's kind of how I leaned into like me making my content, like doing a radio show, but about conspiracy theories and stuff like that in Xbox or in the DayZ world in console.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of started making my first videos and whatnot, was around the conspiracy of what started the zombie apocalypse.
So, uninteresting fact, I was the first people to raid the Friendly guys when they were streaming. That was an uninteresting fact
nice.
there. So yeah, it's really weird how we are all really interconnected in lots of different ways. Like the DayZ community, whilst it is huge in its number, everyone seems to know everyone in a fashion. And know
Yeah,
what they're
100%.
about and what they're interested in and the types of style that they have and the maps that they run and so yeah, it's a really, I think it's a really cool, really supportive community in lots of ways. And someone, Holy Bold, has just said you bring the world of DayZ to life in your videos, and that is 100% true.
Thank you.
They are so good to watch. I showed.
Holy Bolt starred in one of my recent videos.
Oh, in what was the context?
We were on a run together in Bitterroot. He did this crazy monologue, trippy monologue, talking to another survivor about water. It was pretty weird. You gotta
Okay.
check it out, Gunnar.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have done. So, given the chance, obviously you may have mentioned these people already, but given the chance, who would you most like to create some content with? Or do you like it to be completely spur of the moment?
I don't necessarily plan any type of content that I put out per se, as in like, all right, guys, we're gonna do this today because I want to do this because I want to make a video on this.
Mhm.
I kind of just record and I find the story within it. So, with that said, um, I mean, I think the most fun ones, which is the hardest ones to do, which Cam does beautifully, is the random meetups of like people just when he plays official. Because
Yeah.
most of his videos are him playing official and meeting some player out there. Most of the time, they're new players and them taking them on an adventure. Um, uh,
I
but
love that. I love it when you see that happen,
yeah,
or when you like it actually happens to you when you meet someone for the first time and they are very much, how do I do this? And you're like, is this some sort of trap? And then you can quickly tell very soon that actually no, they are playing this game for the first time. And I think it's a really sweet, innocent moment where you do have that, and you think, at what point does this person become something else? And they
right.
instantly leather me with a pipe wrench to steal my improvised fishing rod. Um,
But no, the people I don't know, man. The people that I run with normally are the ones that I like to make content with
mhm.
because I enjoy their company. That's why I'm running with them, right? So it's an easy thing to do, and then just find moments that you can create a story with. Um, so I already do that.
Cool.
I don't need to, there's not a bucket list out there, you know. You know, because I said that, I keep on saying Cam's name. I love Cam. It's great, right? Do
Yeah.
I like? Am I like, oh, can we please go on a run? No, I'm not. That's not me.
Okay.
If it happens, it happens. If I meet him in game, that's great.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but it'd be really cool if Sour Sweet walked through that door right now and said, "Hey guys, Sour here. You want to play?" You know what I mean? That'd be fucking cool.
Well, I've planned. No, I haven't. That will be something when he turns up on Red Tick. Hi. Um, having struggled his way here from Berezino. I know you said that you don't necessarily go out and plan your content, but have you ever looked to like make something and it's gone really, really wrong?
Yeah. Mostly it's technical stuff.
Okay.
Mostly it's just like, I think as in that it didn't record or the file corrupted or my Streamlabs crashed, and then so it's like I can't. It's like figuring out how to use that, um, uh, because you can re-record it, but the quality isn't there. You
Yeah.
lose something.
How about, have you ever had like a random survivor just turn up and just make a moment where you thought that was perfect and it wasn't planned at all and it was just a spur of the moment thing? Has that ever happened where that has been a moment?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I love trying out these new maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's there's more interaction that goes on. People, especially like on the first couple days, people are more apt to talk or to do something wacky. When you get into 2 weeks into a map being open, it starts getting really toxic, and everybody's just like sick of being wanting to talk to somebody, and there's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so typically when all these new maps come out, I have time if I'm not in the middle of already trying to create something. Um, uh, I'll try that just because you get the funny antics and just the moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I you know I am actually have planned content. To be honest with you, I'm in the middle of a run to try to check out the new the new bunker that hasn't come out yet for Sakal for the 1.29.
Oh,
So I have
okay.
a bunch of guys that were running to do that, and I mean, yeah, that's planned, and I plan on making content out of that. But as in what we do, what we say, and all that kind of stuff, no, there's no planning behind that. You can't plan surviving the whole time and having 10 kills. Um, Even though there is rumors out there that some streamers do have streamer loot happen for some reason, get planted before they get to someplace when they need something magically. So streamer loot exists.
Uh,
Controversial.
for the record, I have never received streamer loot.
Good.
Although to be fair, people have. Like, I walk into it like, where was I at? I was doing something last week and I was starving, and I walked into a room and there was some food and they were like, streamer loot, and I was like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? It's not an M4. Um,
Right. God, I sure wish I had a DMR
yeah, it's yeah. Could you imagine? Oh, look, I found some of this. Um,
in a random cabin. Um, right. Um,
that's not my thing. Although fair, you haven't mentioned, and you sent it to us a couple of weeks ago. The I Want It That Way, Backstreet
right.
Boys, where there
Yep.
was it 40 of you all singing
Yeah. Yeah.
Backstreet Boys on Deer
That
Isle.
was that was for the Cam Can't Runs Community Day, and we were just running, right? And then somebody started singing. This one dude, and then, uh, and then and then Skeezertron was behind me somewhere, and he started singing. And then I start singing along a little bit, and then everybody starts to come in on the chorus, and it was just, I mean, this is so perfect. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's Deer Isle, and it's beautiful, and you're all running down the street like a gang, motley crew of survivors. Um, it's pretty fun. It was crazy. Yeah, that's a really cool moment.
I can't remember if did you send me that directly or did you post it in the Discord? I can't remember. I just remember seeing
I'm
it.
not quite sure.
I think you
I think I
mentioned it
posted it in
whilst
Discord.
I think you mentioned it whilst we were running on Deer Isle,
Yes.
and we were a bit
Yeah,
like,
I did.
"What?" And then you
Oh yeah,
posted it, and we were all like,
right,
"No
right.
way!"
Yeah, because it came out that day. I had scheduled it to release that day. They were running on Deer Isle.
I'll have to dig it out and post it in the Discord
Because
because it's
the
really
day
cool.
the day before is when we had the community day run. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, so what would you most like to see added or removed from DayZ?
Hmm. Um, people not talking. I don't know if you can remove that. Um, are you speaking of like technical things?
Well, it could be anything. It could be in-game dynamics. It could be loot. It could be that. So, like, I've got a lot of respect in a weird way for people who don't play with a mic because, in a way, they are so much at a disadvantage. Because everyone knows the term "no mic, no life."
Right.
And you kind of think, oh my
Um,
god, but they are missing. I get it. There's reasons why people don't have a mic, and it could be financial, it could be anxiety, it
Right.
could be escapism.
or just not knowing.
Oh no, yeah. So I get that some people don't, but there is a dimension of the game that they miss massively because of that engagement.
Mhm.
But I get it. I get why some people don't. But yeah, so is there anything that you think there's something quite not right in the game that I would love to see? And it could be just a sound effect. It could be an action. It could be.
I mean, I don't mind the. I know a lot of people hate the thirsty sound. I don't mind it. A lot of people don't like the squishy sound from wringing out your clothes. I don't mind it.
Oh no, that's my
Um,
ringtone. I like that.
uh, the zombies, they're too squirrely.
Hmm.
The AI in that is just weird. So that needs to be removed or added to or did something to. Uh, some of the, I think some of the base building dynamics need to be changed or fixed because and I know not a lot of people build bases. I never see you build a base, Gunner. There's a lot of streamers I never see build a base, but a lot of players do.
Yeah.
And if we want this game to grow and to get better, it needs more money, and so you need people to come in and that like to build bases, especially like the Rust players or whatever.
Hmm.
You know, you need to change it so this game can grow, so we can still be playing this game, and this game will get better, and hopefully someday have DayZ 2. Then yeah, because this game is pretty broken, but it's beautiful and it's a fun
On
game.
that, do you think there will be a DayZ 2?
Yeah, I do. 2030.
You think? Okay. Let's get it. Let's get
Yeah.
it pinned. We'll pin that in. It's
Yeah.
2030. DayZ 2 will
Yeah.
come.
Right. It will be the first quarter in 2030. Probably like in March, I would say. No, I listen. Do you have Arma? Whatever the Arma 4, right? Is coming out in 2027. That's already been pretty much announced, right? That's what Reforger is like their test for Arma 4. Once BI gets that done, greenlit for DayZ to come out using that same engine. So
Mhm.
why not? Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen streams or seen videos of of the Deer Isle, the Reforger version of Deer Isle. I mean, that looks amazing.
I think I may have done on TikTok potentially.
The mechanics are really clunky. I mean, it looks weird, but
Hmm.
it feels weird, but it just looks fantastic. If they can just fix the other stuff, I mean, which I'm sure they will, then it'd be great. I mean, you know, Reforger plays bad, but it looks pretty.
So before we move on to the final part of the interview,
Huh?
I kind of want to touch back on your radio show. So,
Hmm.
how did that come about? And obviously, you nipped away a couple of weeks ago to go and do something radio show based. Like, so yeah, how did that come about? And kind of what's the plans for that in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I am on the Wildlands Livonia server. They graciously placed a radio station in the middle of the map. I want to make more content based around that. I'm got to get a base built. I worked on it, but the server had a little bit of hiccups, and so they wiped it and they wanted to fix it. Want to put out respect. So me and my team, my group, my fellas, my teammates were pushing to do that. And because I want to do something around that, I want to put out content as a survivor, and and have some conspiracy theory type things. I mean, there's lots of possibilities, of what we can do. I want to put out some content for like that creepy pasta type of stories.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that within DayZ, like around a fire, and like tell kind of like ghost stories and have it kind of fit into the DayZ world,
That'd be cool. That would be a really cool idea.
and like lean into the creepiness and to the sounds and to, and that's kind of like with my latest video with the letters, right? It's like trying to like lead type of, it's like those are like experiments or tests.
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer. Skeezertron sent this to me a while ago. He sent me this thing that Mr. Beast put out about that we should try. You're never going to succeed your first one, your 1,000 videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it took Mr. Beast like what? I don't know how many years before he got big. But he said something about try something different every single time. If it's a certain element, if it's a certain way of topic or whatever, just try something different every time. And basically to explore, to get better, or to do whatever. I think we should all do that in life. Period. It's like if we're not changing, we're dying, right?
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Final section is literally this or that. So I'll give you an option, and you got to pick one of them. Now, everyone always pisses around on this and comes up with a loophole and changes the rules. So I have no doubt that's going to happen now.
Okay, all right.
But we'll see how we get on. You've already force-fed me Apple and Pepsi, so we'll see how we do. So, music or podcasts?
Music,
Tea or coffee?
coffee,
Beach or mountains?
mountains. Oh, see, okay.
Oh,
This is
here
tough.
we go. Here we go.
All of the questions that you've asked me so far, I cannot just choose one. Okay, I love music. I love podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to like 3 or 4 podcasts every day during the day. At night, I listen to music. So it's just about the mood, right? What was the next one? Coffee or tea?
Mm-hmm.
So I like tea. I like iced tea, right? But I love coffee. I drink coffee in the morning. I had one before the show, and actually somebody that I met through DayZ sent me some coffee from his coffee company, and I received it in the mail. Delicious. What was next? Mountains or beach? I lived on the beach my whole entire life, living in the Philippines, living in Japan, living in coastal Carolinas, lived on the beach, stay on the beach. Right now in my life, I love the mountains. I'm going to stay in those mountains. I love them. I'm going to the mountains tomorrow.
I
Next
had such high hopes that you weren't going to screw me over, but never mind. Right, we'll call then. PS or Xbox?
Xbox.
You sure? Okay. Daisy or Rust?
DayZ.
Going out or staying in?
At this age, staying in. I have more fun in. I was a bartender for a lot of years. Opened up bars, opened up different types, high-end cocktail bars. I opened up one. um, casual stuff. I worked it all. I can make better drinks at home than going out to a place to have
Cool.
some.
Cats or dogs?
I prefer cats.
Do you prefer to make your own food or order in?
I'm always disappointed when I order, so make it.
Cool. Summer or winter?
Winter,
Ooh. Sweet or savoury?
savory,
Movie or books?
movies,
Fruit or veg?
fruit,
Shoes or slippers?
Now, when you say slippers,
Mm-hmm.
are you saying like bedtime slippers, or are you
Yeah,
saying like
why not?
flip flops?
No, yeah, bedtime flippers. Flippers? Fuck, yeah, slippers.
Shoes, but I typically all year round, even in the winter, wear flip flops.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Bit of map-based action now. So,
Hmm?
Chinaris or Livonia?
Livonia,
Livonia or Banff?
Livonia,
Livonia or Namalsk?
Livonia,
Livonia or Sakal?
Sakal,
Sakal or PNW?
Sakal,
Sakal or Deer Isle?
Deer Isle,
Ooh, Deer Isle or Zelador?
Deer Isle,
Deer Isle or New York?
Deer Isle,
Deer Isle or Altaria?
Deer Isle,
Deer Isle or Bitterroot?
Deer Isle.
Holy Ball said he only wears flippers too, so that's good. So on that, I know there's I know there's tons and tons of tons of maps. Is Sakal your favorite map to play?
It's my favorite official map.
Okay. What's your
It's
favorite
so-
community then? Development.
Deer
map?
Isle would be,
Yeah.
Deer Isle would be my favorite community. John McClane is a genius. There's Quest. I mean, there's so much going on in Deer Isle. But Sakal is so pretty. It's such a beautiful map. If they fix the progression, loop progression, and give more POIs on the islands, and make it make more sense, as in story wise or lore wise, and kind of. Okay, so going back to the radio, I know I'm pushing time here.
No, you carry on.
Going back to the radio, the server that I was on is a community server, and I was doing all this on. The owner was kind of like developing the map based upon some of my things content that I was putting out.
Mhm.
So it was like like I was creating this conspiracy theory story about, what's going on here, and what's up with these dead scientists. I mean, my idea, running from something, trying to escape, because they had a briefcase, they had a filtering water bottle, a GPS, a glow plug. They were going somewhere to run from something. So somebody, whoever it was that's pushing the buttons out there, created the infection there on Sakal, and it spread out to the rest of the world. And the shipwreck that showed up, why did it show up? That came from an update. So we're blacking out, and things are happening in game. One of those islands out there, you can put something out there, and that's kind of what he did. He put like a bunch of ruins out there on this island where the shipwreck was,
Mhm.
right? So you got the volcano, you go to the shipwreck, you go to this island. I think Sakal needs that progression.
Yeah.
Instead of just mountain and a silly ass little bunker, right? That's probably why they updated the bunker, because it was like, this is kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Right? Especially
I'll get
coming
that.
from Livonia, where they had like a cool like puzzle bunker. So yeah,
Cool. I was going to jump back at the time, but you said that you listen to maybe 3 or 4 podcasts a day. What's your podcast recommendation?
Friendly a Daisy podcast.
Okay.
I've listened to every episode like 3 times, maybe more.
Yeah.
I finish it and I start back at the beginning. God, I'm a fucking Daisy addict, dude.
They are genuinely quite funny as well. There is a really good connection between those guys.
Mm-hmm. My name is Rakan, and I'm a Daisy addict.
You're in a safe space now, Rakan. Don't worry.
Thanks. No. You know, I listen to some Joe Rogan. I listen to some. There's some other conspiracy ones that I listen to. There's this one that I forget the name of, but I'm sure you can find it. But it's about real life exorcisms. Um, these priests are out there, and they're like, he was a doctor, and then he became an exorcist. I don't know how that happens, but and he's like telling stories about exorcising people from demons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um, right. Well, that's a really weird place for us to end, isn't it? So
Yeah, I know,
normally,
right? Huh?
normally I like to end these with a fight or some sort of bizarreness, but unfortunately we can't kill each other, and no one showed up
Right.
randomly. So it will be one of those that just comes to a nice end, stood by a fire. But before we do end, it's been one of those. This month has been something that I've really looked forward to because this has had a slightly different angle to it. Because obviously, a lot of people who I have interviewed so far have been like streamers, and they've done it in a slightly different way. So to have done this with you has been really, really cool, and it's been actually really nice going back over and watching some of your YouTube content, and also the fact that you and you're gonna start to blush now. You're a really, really good guy, and I think a lot of people have a lot of respect for you. You're always there to help. I think a lot of people need some help, and the first person they think about is Rakan will know how to do that. Rakan will help me. And actually, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, Rakan said he wouldn't help me. I think everyone that has
No.
ever gone to
Yeah.
you has had some help, and you've
No,
helped
I'll do
direct them in
anything
the
for
right
anybody.
direction.
Yeah, I'll do
And
anything
that
for anybody.
and that
And
for me
it's
really
just,
encompasses the DayZ community. You think you are
mhm.
a huge part of that for a lot of people, and um,
I think it's giving back. You know, it's like I've been helped, so I want to help somebody else. I think that's what we should be doing as just in everyday life. I mean, really, this help somebody. Be nice. Be kind. It goes back to the thing earlier that I said. One of your first questions was like, "What's one of my biggest PvPs? What's one of my biggest pet peeves?" Is that being kind to one another.
yeah,
We're humans, right? Let's try to be humans,
I
even if
think
we're in a zombie apocalypse or we're
that's
in
true.
suburbia.
But it has been really, really good this month to get to know you a little bit more, find out a little bit more about you. And when I ran with you a couple of weeks ago
Mhm.
on Deer Isle, just hearing your voice in game just made me you look goosebumps a little bit because obviously having watched your videos and having you obviously when you're in chat you obviously don't hear the voice, but obviously watching your videos and hearing you yeah, as someone said, velvet goodness, hearing you describe a story, some content, the DayZ struggle, and then actually running next to you at the same time, it was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. And I think quite a few people felt that a couple of weeks ago, but obviously didn't say it because we all wanted to appear like we were holding it together and really cool. Um,
That's
but
very kind. I mean,
but
it's very nice of you to say.
But yeah, thank you, Rakan, for everything that you do, the support you give, the amazing content you put together, and actually just being a great friend and a great person to be in the community. So a massive thank you. We will do as much as we can in the last few days in terms of getting your videos onto the Discord. And for as long as it continues, I hope that you keep pushing out all of this amazing stuff and people support you in the way that they are.
Yeah, no, it's listen, Gunnar, thank you so much. I mean, you've helped me a ton, and I can't thank you enough. That's why that's why I like to try to support all of the people that. Um, so when I look for a stream, right, I don't look for go straight to the 1,000K streamers followers. You know what I mean? That's not what I look for. I look for people that like when I found you. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, I want to listen to this guy, and then
It's
it
in the
was funny,
bargain
and you
bin.
had a and well, I mean, you don't have 500, 600,000 people in there. It's not smoke or sour or all them. Which they're all great, but there's no connection. You know,
Hmm.
um, and I think that's kind of people kind of lose that when you go back to the whole thing previously. You asked the question is about what in the game, what is misunderstood, right? From a lot of people is that it's straight PvP, right? And when they go to those streams, you're not really talking to a whole lot of the streamer's not necessarily talking to every single person that's in there. You're having like these tiny micro conversations that you miss context or you miss certain things about. So, you know, I like to go to a stream to where you can actually get to know somebody on some sort of level, um, and that's what's good about you, Gunner. You're very you connect. You feel like you want to talk to the person that's there, and that's important. It's important for you to know that
And
you come across that way.
and I feel very fortunate that you walked through that door on that day. So I appreciate you being there, dude. And it's very kind
Yes, sir.
of you to say that.
Yes, sir.
I am going to. Oh, Red Chain.
Yeah, we're about to
Gonna get us again.
jump out of here.
Um, I'm
Streamer end. Streamer
yeah,
late end.
done.
You talk to the admins.
But part of what we do, though, is obviously a big part of it is the support that we give to other streamers. So I'm going to
Mhm.
raid out because it's great to kind of pass this on. And then me and you are going to have a chat about something else, aren't we? Kind of off stream for the moment.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay. Right,
absolutely.
I'll be
Hey,
back in a
everybody.
minute.
Thanks for being here, guys. I love all of you. We'll see you soon.
Right, so we are going to raid out. So thank you so much. I know we've had some new people in tonight who wouldn't normally be watching me, but it's been an absolutely incredible month getting to know a little bit more about Rakan. He's always present in chats. He's always supporting the community, and there's so much more he does that actually we don't even see. So it's been really good to get to know him a little bit more. So thank you, everyone. I am going to raid out. I know people might have some stuff to do. So if you can stick around us for a couple of minutes, say hello. We are going to raid someone else who is in the community who, oh my God, they do so much support for everyone. They are such a kind soul. They're called Cypher. They are a variety streamer. He is an incredible person. And so if you could support him, that'd be great. Thank you everyone for being here. The follows, Holy, thank you very much, guy, dude. And I will see you all really soon. All right. Have an amazing evening, guys. Take care. See you in a bit. We're going to go raid Cypher. And I'll see you all real soon. All right. Take care. See you in a bit.